Hi guys, welcome back. So do you want to tell this story or should I? Huh? She's so silly. She is my, so I have 4 ferrets, and out of all of them, well, right now she's like, oh my God, I want to smell everything, I want to see everything. Why can't you be still for a second? She's normally my very, like, out of all 4 of my ferrets, she's the one that's, I feel like has like maybe a little mental, like I feel like her brain is a little slower than the other ferrets. You want to get down for a second? You want to get down for a second? Her brain's a little bit slower, and she like, we call her our derpy ferret, out of like, she's just the derpy one. The other ones are, they're usually like running around like crazy, and she's always the one that's like the last behind, like doop 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 doop, you know. And she's always the, like, they all sleep a lot, but she sleeps like the most. And I've had her for, it's been 2 years now. I think 2 years, I think, but I'm not positive. Anyway, she was starting earlier this year. She was starting to lose some of her fur, and they all kind of shed sometimes. So I thought maybe she's like losing that like winter fur, and so I didn't think too much of it. And then, and then she started to lose a little weight, and I was like, okay, I don't know. It kind of looks like she's eating. I'm not sure. I mean, you know, she's still moving around, you know, but it was something to look for. And then I feel like all of a sudden, it just like, boom, she was on death's door. Like, it just happened so quick. I don't even know, because I picked them up. I pick them up and play with them every day, and you know, they run around, and I don't know, I picked her up this last time, and I was like, wow, you lost a lot of weight. She's probably gonna poop in the corner. And then that's when I was like really concerned. I was like, okay, you know, what's happening here? And see, there's 4 ferrets that live in the same, I have a big enclosure for them. They live in that during the day when they're sleeping and stuff, and then when they're ready to run around and play, then I let them out, and they go wild. And she is distracting me right now from telling my story. I have to like watch her now, because you don't know what she's gonna eat. Ferrets are so funny to watch, I swear to God. They're fucking hilarious. Anyway, what was my point? Oh my God, she's got me so distracted. Okay, so she like I picked her up, and I was like, oh my God, something's really wrong. And then I started watching her, because see, I have 4 ferrets, like I said. How many times am I gonna say that in this video? And so I couldn't, you know, it's not like I can see the food getting less and just know like, oh, okay, she's eating. Like like, you know, I fill up their food bowl every day, and every day it's low. I don't really like watch them eat, but obviously they're eating, because the food bowl is almost empty when I refill it. And I couldn't really tell if she was particularly pooping or not, because there's poop everywhere. There's poop, like, it reminds me of Angela Martin off The Office, when she says, poop is raining from the ceiling. So I wasn't sure if she was the one pooping, so I was following her around, and I was like, okay, she hasn't been pooping. And then what is she chewing? Like, what is this? Like, she kept on like gnashing her teeth, or like it was like she was chewing. So I thought she was eating there for a minute. Oh, okay, she's eating now. I'm like, no, that's not eating. What is this? You know, and found out that, or well, I didn't find out at the time. I got really, really scared. So I looked it up on the internet and found out that when they do that, that means that they're in like severe pain. And they said a lot of ferrets, they kind of hide their pain until it's like really bad, and then like sometimes it can be too late. So I felt so bad for her because she was in, like, she must have been in a lot of pain for her to be gnashing her teeth and like, and everything. So I was, so the very next day I was calling, different veterinarians' offices, and, you know, not too many places take ferrets because they're considered exotic, you know, animals, you know, and there was this one place that was nearby that did, so I took her there, and by this point she had definitely not been eating. I could definitely tell she had not been eating, not been pooping or peeing or drinking any water either, and that really scared me because ferrets can get dehydrated really easily. And that morning she was even like walking like wobbly, and I was like, oh my God, she's gonna die. So I took her to the vet, and they did an x-ray on her, and she had like these ginormous gas bubbles in her, like almost the size of her body. Like, I don't even know how, like, that had to be so uncomfortable. These giant gas bubbles everywhere. And he was like, this is an indication she's got some type of blockage in her intestines somewhere, some type of blockage. And he said that we could do surgery to fix it. And I was like, well, how much is that going to cost? And he said, I mean, I would have paid it anyway, but I just kind of wanted to know what the damage was going to be. And he said it was going to be at least $1,000. So I was like, okay. And I said, well, how sure are we that there's something in there? Because I don't want him digging around $1,000 surgery and then come to find out it's not a blockage, it's something else. And he said, I've been doing this a long time. I really think that's, you know, he was pretty positive that's what it was. So they stayed late that evening. It was a Friday evening. They had him and one of the techs stayed late to do emergency surgery because she like was not going to last. So I was obviously, I was like hoping that there was something in there. I'm like, oh my God, I hope this is it. But I was also like really worried too. Like, you know, what if something happens during surgery? Because she was like really dehydrated, and I was like, is she even gonna last through surgery? But then they called me and said, yep, they found something in her gut, and I'm trying to think how long it's been. It's been 4 weeks. Been 4 weeks now. Oh my goodness, you are wild today. She is usually like my really, but I guess she's just feeling so good now for feeling so bad. She's like, oh, I got a lot of mischief to make up for while I was sick, huh? Is that it? So they had to cut her open. Let me go ahead and show you, and then I'm gonna put her down because she's wild. So they had to cut her open. They had shaved her down here, cut her open all the way through here, and it's healing really nicely. And then they gave her she had her little IV in her arm there. Look how precious she is, little baby. Okay, go play. And so when I picked her up, she seemed a little tired and everything, and I was thinking, oh, on the car ride home, I was thinking, oh, is she gonna, I wonder if she's gonna like just sleep all day or whatever. Like, they gave me pain medicines and stuff to give her, and anti-inflammatories to give her, and giving medicine to a ferret, oh my God, it might as well have been like a lion or trying to give medicine to an alligator. Like, just, that did not work well. But as soon as I got her home, she went like straight for her food bowl and started just munching all of her food down and getting the water from the water thing that we got, and just like, and that was the first time she was excited about the food and everything. And now, like, her weight, like, she's already gained weight back. I can tell. It's been about a month now since everything happened, and I can tell big difference in her weight. She's back to her normal size. But yeah, so I was worried about infection and stuff, so I was making sure that everything was clean, and I wanted to obviously watch her and make sure she didn't eat anything else, because all my other ferrets, they will chew on things and destroy things, but they don't, like, they won't eat it. But like I said, she's kind of she's my derpy ferret. She's my special needs ferret, and she does things she probably shouldn't do, which is why I have to watch her more. I could watch ferrets running around all day. My God, they are so freaking adorable. So let me show you, for those of you who want to see, because like, I love this. I love gross stuff. So this is what they found in her gut. It was like blocking up, it was in 2 different spots, they said, 2 blockages. And it's some sort of green memory foam, green memory foam. And I have a memory foam pillow, but it's not, and it has been chewed on, but it's not green. So I'm like, was it green, or was it just green because it came out of her gut and it made it turn green? Like, I don't know. And some of their beds that they have like a memory foam in them, that they sleep on, that they've been tearing through. They shred it up, and they, you know. So when they go out to play now, I make sure that I put up like all the pillows like out of their reach, and I've taken their beds. They had 2 beds in their enclosure thing. I've taken those out completely, and just put down some towels, which honestly are easier to wash, but I figured the towels would be safer, since she apparently likes to eat stuffing and memory foam and things, you know, so yeah, that's the story of what happened. Oh, so it ended up being, so they were like, oh, it's gonna be about $1,000. And I was like, well, like, how much, you know, they said about, and I was like, well, you know, like, how much should I bring it? How much, you know, what do you think? And they said, oh, you know, I wouldn't think it would be more than like 1,300 or something, you know. And I'm like, okay. It ended up being $1,500 for her surgery and medications and everything, you know. So that was a very expensive lesson I learned in watching her. But like I said, like my other ferrets, I've had them just as long, and they've never gotten it. They've never ate anything they weren't supposed to eat. It's just her. So it has to be, she has to be special needs or something. But anyway, so that's my very expensive story. Do you know that that meme that, oh my gosh, from the Tiger King, where he says, I am never going to financially recover from this. That is what I've been saying about her. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I am never going to financially recover from this. $1,500 for a sock, a fluffy sock. But you're pretty cute. Yeah. Anyway, so I thought y'all might just want to hear my interesting story. Say bye. Say bye, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.